guys, welcome to another video. Do you have a B6.1? Did you ever think about to buy the new B6.2? Well, if you think you already bought the B6.2, then this video is not for you. If you're still running with the B6.1 and you are still thinking about it to buy one or how to convert your B6.1 to a B6.2, then this is the video for you. I will help you. It's not much to transfer, to be honest, or convert on your car, but I will give you a part list what you need to buy. I will give you a price as well at the end of the video, a price list, so you can decide on your own. You can make up your mind based on the video. Is it worth it to buy the parts bits by bits, or you buy everything in one go and you just buy the kit itself, the B6.2 kit itself. As you can see, this car has the B6.2 shell on, but don't worry, because you don't actually need to buy the B6.2 shell. I already made the conversion from B6.1 to B6.2. I didn't buy the kit, so I had to figure out everything myself. But don't worry, because the B6.1 shell is actually perfectly fit as well. So here you go. This is my B6.2 shell, and this is my B6.1 shell. As you can see, that's perfectly fine. No different whatsoever. You hardly can notice that's actually a different chassis underneath. But you can actually tell it is the B6.2 chassis, because this is the first chassis with an engraved in it. Well, why they just engraved B6 chassis plus 3 mil, I'm not entirely sure. But what you need to know about it and what you want to know about it, we can discuss it right now. So on the front is not much to change, to be honest. It's only if you're running with the B6.1, you already possibly have a front wing on your car. If you didn't run with the front wing, then it's entirely up to you. You can carry on running without it. As I said, it's your choice. The B6.2 kit does have the front wing mount and the front wing inside, so you can actually fit it, but also come with an extra fan mount as well for your motor. That would be coming to the end of it, but I'm not running with the extra fan. I do choose to run already with the front wing, so I already bought that. The other extra thing is in the B6.2 kit, which you won't have in the B6.1 kit, but you might already had it during your run, is the extra chassis weight under the servo. Is the 24-gram chassis weight. It does come with both of the chassis weight in the kit. I already had both of them in, so that's not an extra cost for me. So lots of little bits and bobs, but you already might have with your B6.1, and obviously you think it's not an extra cost, so why the hell would you pay another £300 for the new kit? I think you are right. But as I said, I will give you the price list and the part list, so you can make up your mind. There is an argument about it, how much you will pay to transfer the rear end, because this is where the real change is. So the front, other than the front wing, is exactly the same. You might have the chassis weight as well for the servo, so nothing else to discuss on the front, but the rear is where the changes are. And this is what I'm going to show you a little bit closer. Right, here we go. I removed the wheel so you can actually see a little bit more. Please ignore it. I already was running with this, and obviously, as I said, is a B6.1. So, for example, the clamping wheel is already worn, and lots of other items is worn on the car. I still didn't change the clamping wheel hex. I am still running with a 6 mil. As you can see, that's still a 6 mil on, which is originally come with a B6.1. The B6.2 clamping wheel hex is 5 mil. I also gave you the price list for the clamping wheel hex. The model number is 91609 in the kit. So if you have, or if you wish, you can use a 5 mil hex there. As you can see, there's a very big difference on the hub. The hub itself is a stand-up hub, and obviously comes with totally different washers. As you can see, this is the blow-up version from the handbook, so you can see the details and what come in the kit. The 3 mil ball stud, if you have extra from your kit, or you can remove it from the old hub, is entirely up to you, or you can just buy some. And also these little washers which come underneath and beside the screws, that's something you might want to consider to buy, or as I said, if you have already, then you are absolutely fine. The other thing is beside the hub is this little hinge pin. The hinge pin, I for example had no idea I will need to buy that as well. So that's not the same what you already have on your B6.1, and you will need an M3 lock nut to the end as well. Another blow-up version from the handbook, so you can see the exact position of the hinge pin and the lock nut. So that was very rarely in stock, but luckily I managed to buy, and I think is in stock now in many RC shops, so you should be fine with it. Another thing to notice that the rear hub inserts are different as well. So if you think you're gonna be fine and you just buy the rear hub, and unfortunately it's actually come separately in the shop, so you do need to buy the rear hub inserts separately to the hub. I don't understand why it doesn't actually come in a pack, but it doesn't. The B6.2 rear hub inserts are tiny bit smaller than the B6.1, hence why you need to have it. So make sure you have the rear hub and the rear hub inserts as well. And obviously the hinge pin, otherwise this bit is actually not gonna work for you. The other thing that they changed is obviously the arms. The 75 mil arms, it comes in a soft and a hard version, is entirely up to you which one you wish to use. But in the middle, beside the chassis, you will be fine with your rear hinge pin. That's not didn't change, and these C and D mounts are exactly the same, and the inserts as well, so you will be perfectly fine there. The rear arms model number which comes with the kit is the 91855. In the middle we don't need to change anything. So above the arm you will need to change the CVA bone, which is now 69 mil, and you will also need to change the CVA axle, which is what I'm using is the plus 2 mil axle. You can see it a little bit here. I mean, it's not much because obviously it's going into the hub. Another photo from the handbook just to show the CVA bone and the plus 2 mil CVA axle. But what is very important, inside the hub you will have two bearings. These big bearings, which obviously match with the CVA axle, is perfectly fine. But the outside of it, this small one, you will need to change. Without this small bearing, you can't use the hub, so make sure you definitely buy this one. So again, I will give you the part list and everything. So that bearing is unfortunately didn't fit, so you will have to buy a new one. And that is it, really. So everything else should be okay. And I have the plus 3 mil chassis. I like this engraved in it, although I am questioning why it's not engraved B6.2, but possibly they wanted to indicate that all of the B6 version or B6 model can use this chassis. I don't like to use it without chassis cover, so my favorite is the TKR. This is a really nice design and almost a perfect fit, as you can see once you put the cover on, and also the best is that the holes are already there. As promised, the part number and the price list. I'm really curious about your opinion. Will you convert your car as well, or you rather want to buy the kit? Please let me know in a comment. Like and subscribe for further videos. Thank you. Bye.